What's going on, fellas? It's your dude Six-Paths Dunga with another video. And today, I got something a little different for y'all. You see, during my live stream for chapter 13, a lot of you guys made it clear that you would like to see a video where I talk about Naruto and Sasuke while still staying more relevant to the Boruto series. So I decided to put them against the newest villains of the Boruto manga. What many, and including myself, like to call the Shinju. From what many people think may just be a demolish in favor of the Shinju, I still think Naruto and Sasuke could pull out some moves that could make this an interesting matchup, especially when working together. So before we start this video, I just want to take the time to kindly ask if you would leave a quick little like on the video. You know, it's going to help the video reach an even wider audience, as well as give us a chance to expand our ever-growing community even more. So if you're watching this video and you don't completely hate my guts, why not drop a like? It's free. So yeah, but anyway, enough yapping, let's hop right into it. So before I get started, let's just set some ground rules early so there's no confusion. Of course, this is gonna be prime Naruto and Sasuke. I don't know when you guys consider Naruto and Sasuke to be at their quote-unquote prime, but for me, they was at their peak during the Ishiki fight. So Baryon Mode Naruto plus Rinnegan Sasuke. I don't know if I'll be using Baryon Naruto for most of the video, because honestly, I just think Naruto alone could beat the majority of the Shinju alone with that transformation, just based off the fact of how much he outscaled Ishiki with it. I'll probably throw it in as a wild card towards the end or something, but I'll be mainly focusing on Sage of Six Paths KCM Naruto and Rinnegan Sasuke. And as for the Shinju, I want to mainly focus on the two we actually seen in combat thus far, being JURA and HIDARI. We've seen a bit of the bug clone, but nothing to where I can really talk about him how I wanna. And we've seen almost nothing noticeable from Matsuri, so I guess HIDARI and JURA it is. Let me make this known right now. If you're expecting some deep level power scaling analysis from this video, that's simply not gonna be the case. I don't like those type of videos. I find it boring and drawn out. So we're just gonna have some fun with this and see where it goes. But yeah, let's get it. The Shinju, introduced in Boruto to Blue Vortex chapter 4, basically they're these humanoid 10-tailed beings that was originated from Code's claw grime creatures that he created. Later down the road, these creatures evolved and awakened self-awareness, taking the appearance and chakra signature of those that were absorbed by their lesser counterparts. These Shinju were stated to be more or less out of Code's league, a Code without his limiters who was said to be stronger than Jigen, by the way. And you know how that went for Naruto and Sasuke. Not the best start for them, honestly. But hey, let's just wait and see. Only 4 Shinju have been revealed so far, and one extra that was foresaw by KASHIN KOJI using his prescience ability. But for the sake of this video, that Shinju is irrelevant. The ones that have been revealed are Bug, Moegi, and Sasuke. The leader of the Shinju is JURA, but he's not a clone of anyone as far as we know. He's just a reincarnation of the Ten Tails itself, and recognized to be the strongest out of the bunch. I don't think I need to introduce Naruto and Sasuke. Well known to be the strongest shinobi of their era and strongest shinobi in history, until now of course. So how do they stack up against some of the strongest villains the Naruto franchise has ever seen? Now let's assume Naruto and Sasuke are working together to fight each one of the Shinju. I don't want to put them up against either one of the Shinju by themselves. I just don't think they can win that way. Let's just do 2v1s for this video. So first, let's see how they match up against HIDARI. HIDARI is a clone of Sasuke, but the only abilities he's shown to be able to use that belong to Sasuke is his Chidori and Fireball Jutsu. And if they haven't shown the ability so far in the manga, I won't just blindly give it to them. So no Susanoo for HIDARI, no Amenote Jakara, and no Amaterasu. They also have the ability to use Code's Shinjutsu, the claw marks, which acts as a way for the Shinju to move instantaneously around the battleground. It also allows him to summon an army of regular claw grimes, and most importantly, it allows him to teleport back to the Ten Tails route to heal any damage he might have taken during battle in an instant. And without the help of Kawaki's Kokugan ability, Sukuna Hikona, there's little they can do about the claw marks. So starting off, it looks like Naruto and Sasuke's best chance of winning in this scenario is destroying HIDARI in one blow like Boruto nearly did. While I don't think they could manage such a feat alone, together they could actually come up with a clever plan to do something like that. So each one of them is equally important in this fight. I believe Naruto has the necessary attack potency to be able to shred HIDARI to pieces, but I don't think he'll be able to actually land an attack without Sasuke's intellect and dojutsu abilities. Despite Sasuke being a complete powerhouse himself, his annoying abilities and quick thinking is part of what makes him dangerous the most. Dangerous enough for the likes of Jigen to want to kill Sasuke off more urgently than Naruto. So you gotta admit, he would definitely come up with some plan for Naruto to land a devastating blow on Hidari. And unlike JURA, Hidari isn't on an adequate intelligence level to be able to catch on to something if they are planning an attack. So even though he's stronger than the likes of Jigen, his intelligence level is significantly lower, and that does matter in a battle of this magnitude. That actually might be the only way to defeat Hidari, because you're not beating him with just pure physical attributes alone. Mind you, this is the same guy that was able to easily go blow for blow against Boruto's Rasengan, as well as clash against Konohamaru's new Rasengan barricade ability and still send him flying. And he also dodged Kawaki's rods with extreme ease, the same rods that Sasuke's Sharingan wasn't able to properly follow. So the raw power, stamina, speed, and reaction time of Hidari is pretty overwhelming for Naruto and Sasuke. But like I said before, that's not all there is to a battle. You have to have extraordinary physical attributes and have enough battle IQ to be able to keep up with their mid-battle tactics. So what's going to probably have to happen for them to win is Sasuke having to use Ame no Dejikara on Naruto once Hidari is in attacking motion, similar to the tactic against Jigen and Momoshiki. I just believe it won't be possible to land a devastating blow onto Hidari without majorly catching him off guard first. A good time to catch him is probably when he's emerging from one of his claw marks and is focused on attacking one specific target. So it helps significantly that Hidari has tunnel vision tendencies. This allowed the likes of Boruto to be able to use Flying Raijin and land a regular Rasengan on Hidari, completely blowing half of his torso away. So it's completely possible if Sasuke can get Naruto in this exact situation. He'll be able to do the same amount of damage, maybe even more. Let's say Naruto does land a Rasengan on Hidari though. He'll just instantly heal any injury that doesn't completely destroy him. So when he does heal, he'll most likely come to the conclusion that they need to destroy him in one fell swoop so that this doesn't happen as I stated before. It already helps that we know whatever Rasengan or Biju Bomb Naruto pulls out will most likely be enhanced with nature energy, which happens to be the one weakness of the 10 Tails. So that could help slow Hidari down, or at least take longer to heal from, which gives them more time to strategize. You can also have Sasuke kind of stun Hidari with his own Chidori or lightning based attack. Judging how well Sarada did against Hidari, I can say Sasuke should be able to pull off the same feats and possibly a little better. I already established Hidari is in his most vulnerable state when he's using the claw marks, so this is where Sasuke could do most of his damage at. It'll all be a plan just to get Hidari in a state to where Naruto could land a super big ball Rasengan on him or something. That's all I need Sasuke to do in this fight. You can also easily catch Hidari off guard by properly implementing Naruto's shadow clones in this fight. Judging by the fact that Hidari shouldn't know how the technique works, he doesn't even know how his own attacks work. He just knows how to instinctively use it. So boom, Naruto uses multiple shadow clones to confuse Hidari. Sasuke uses Ame no Dejikara to get Hidari in a favorable spot for the original Naruto to land the finishing blow. I mean, as you can probably see, the strategizing alone should win this fight for Naruto and Sasuke, exploiting Hidari's glaring weaknesses and using his strengths against him. As I admit, if it was a one-on-one battle, you can say Hidari wins, but 2-on-1, I can see Naruto and Sasuke edging this one out in a close match, just because of them simply being able to outmaneuver Hidari. I mean, to put it bluntly, he's just stupid. And let's say Hidari was to try and counter Naruto's shadow clones by summoning some of those pesky claw grinds to try and match Naruto's shadow clones. I still feel like it wouldn't really amount to much, considering how easily the likes of Boruto, Kawaki, even Sarada was able to dispose or immobilize these beings. They're just more mindless creatures for Naruto to slam with a Rasengan or Sasuke to just slice through. And although this does offer more movement for Hidari, it shouldn't change too much, especially if it doesn't mask any of Hidari's weaknesses. However, this changes significantly against JURA. In this battle, I don't think Naruto or Sasuke would be able to exploit a tactic as simple as coming up with clever methods of attack to try and catch JURA off guard. Now the thing with JURA is, we know he's strong, the strongest Shinju in fact, but from the characters who he's actually beaten, it's not all that impressive. He beat a Himawari that just underwent her first synchronization with Kurama, caught Boruto off guard with a Biju bomb laser, and completely demolished KAWAKI. I don't have to explain why beating KAWAKI isn't all that impressive in this case. Now, in case anybody is getting triggered by me saying this, first off, relax. I promise it isn't that serious. And second, I'm only doing this because we're putting him against Prime Naruto and Sasuke, and eventually, Baryon Naruto. So feats like this is pretty important when it comes to trying to scale a new character like JURA. So far, the abilities of JURA is a little bit different than HIDARI. He's able to fire small Biju bomb from his eye, with it having little to no effect in damage output. He's also able to use high levels of Wit Style and Code's Claw Mark Shinjutsu. All of the Shinju do possess the Rinnegan, but they haven't really displayed any of the signature Rinnegan abilities like Chakra Absorption. But as time goes on, I suspect them to have discovered that ability as well. Keep in mind, while we're scaling these characters, they haven't even reached their peak yet. As they fight, they're able to adapt. They're at a constant state of evolution. As their awareness grows, so will their true power, which is why they're so dangerous. But for now, we're gonna only be using their current level of power, just to keep it fair. And at their current level of power, I don't think I could see a way Naruto and Sasuke could win this one. Yes, both JURA and HIDARI share the same physical power. JURA probably would be a little stronger than HIDARI. But the thing that makes JURA a much more tougher opponent than HIDARI is that he would be able to keep up in a battle of wits. You simply wouldn't be able to get the best of JURA simply by trying to outsmart him. If we use the same logic we use for HIDARI, even if Naruto or Sasuke was able to tag him once and deal a great amount of damage, JURA just goes back to heal, and he won't get tricked by the same attack twice. It'll be much harder to even be able to get close to him for that matter anyway, because unlike HIDARI, JURA is able to fly. The ability of flight, plus having the capability to use the claw marks of free will, it just makes him that much harder to defend against. When JURA was fighting Himawari, he stated that he wanted to try fighting at full power, but I don't think we've seen him at near full power yet. Simply because Himawari just not being able to push JURA to that point. I mean, once he used a little bit more power, he completely destroyed her. She didn't land another hit on him. There's no question, Naruto and Sasuke would be able to bring out more of his potential in this fight, and that just simply wouldn't be good for either of them. So there's really no win conditions for Naruto and Sasuke, not if you want to keep this fight as consistent as possible. Because you have beings that are stated to be even more powerful than Code at his strongest, who already has Jigen outclassed. Then you have them both fight the strongest version of those beings. I'm pretty sure you catch my drift. The fight wouldn't last too long. But the good news is, besides JURA, I solely believe Naruto and Sasuke could match up against any of the Shinju and have a chance to do some serious damage, just purely off battle IQ and experience alone. I mean, as time goes on in the Boruto series, I suspect that advantage that Naruto and Sasuke has over them will diminish or completely cease to exist. But for now, I can wholeheartedly say that advantage they have can keep them in this fight. Now, if you just want to say F it and put Naruto in Baryon mode and turn off his time limit, then yeah, at that point, I don't think any of the Shinju stand a chance against Naruto alone, and having Sasuke there would just be overkill. It wouldn't be fair. I stated this before, and I'll say it again. In terms of raw stats, I don't think there's anyone that was introduced into the story that surpassed Baryon mode Naruto, excluding Shibai of course. So there, it's not really a complicated fight once you simplify it. Even though the Shinju may have Naruto and Sasuke in terms of power, regen ability, and just pure hacks, most of them still lack the necessary battle comprehension skills to be able to easily beat Naruto and Sasuke. And if you put any of the Shinju that was introduced up against Naruto and Sasuke 2v1, Naruto and Sasuke will probably be able to pull out a win. The only one I see where it's probably impossible for them to win against is JURA. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Did I overlook anything significant that could turn the tide of the battle? Or do you think overall, I made every point that's worth being brought up in this kind of battle? As usual, if you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss another video like this in the near future. And until my next one, I'll see y'all boys and girls later. I'm out. Peace.